So a Roblox lolcow who identifies as an elevator has been copyright striking people who make negative videos about him because he apparently did some rather illegal and inappropriate shit involving minors, and the elevator is apparently an adult. I'm not too knowledgeable on this issue since this guy's been copyright striking every negative video on him, and he'll strike videos if his shit's shown. So I guess that kills off a lot of my B-roll that I could have used. So if I am going to use it, I will have to censor some shit until he tries to claim my entire video was his, which is just absolute bullshit. But before continuing on, as said in the disclaimer, don't go out of your way to harass anyone I mention in this video. That's not cool. You can joke about him, but just have some standards and you're fine. Also, this is based on from what has been shown as well as a bit of my own thoughts on it, so some of the shit I say, don't take it as fact. If you want more info, look at the videos VoltTheOfficial and dogelogic have made that I've linked in the description. That is, if Elevator hasn't tried taking it down to keep them silent, which I doubt will work with a few of their videos. So I'll have the ones that are still available in the description. Now, I heard of this from the local edgelord who isn't the big gay, but a smaller commentator called Noob who does similar content to mine, but with some better and edgier humor and speaks more critically of people, alongside another commentator, dogelogic, since he had gotten his video on the elevator taken down. I haven't seen it, but according to the account of Doge in his current video about Elevator, he was criticizing Elevator's stuff, primarily a video that Elevator had made. But Elevator struck his video nonetheless to silence Doge like he's Kim Jong-un when someone disagrees with him.
Alright guys, so a couple days ago I released a video on ElevatorRBLX, and if you are wondering why it's gone right now, let me explain. I check my phone as always and I go on my channel and I see that my video on ElevatorRBLX is gone, and keep in mind I didn't private the video or something like that. I knew something happened to the video, so I went to YouTube Studio and I saw that ElevatorRBLX legit false striked my video. If you guys don't know how that is false striking, let me explain. So basically this guy striked me for using a short of his, when I only used it for criticism purposes, and if you guys didn't know, false striking people when they only use your videos for criticism purposes is illegal and breaks the YouTube terms of service, so Elevator is risking his channel just to get a video on him deleted.
To Elevator, it was hate, which I don't get how it was supposed to be hate, so I decided to watch some of his videos on the haters, and it was rather dumb, especially when looking over his defenses, which I think is cringy, like getting mad over some dude who doesn't support him, or saying something like, "Imagine being a hater," or even trying to claim that the shit against him is false without even presenting any form of evidence that it's false or somehow inspect element, but rather it's just text that he pops up for the viewer to read, and it doesn't even provide any form of good reasoning that he's innocent. And if you have some neurons in you, as well as the ability to read, you might be cringing at what his defenses are, because he doesn't even debunk shit, but rather he tries to dodge it. I would show it if I could, but the dude abuses his copyright striking powers when someone speaks ill of him, that this video wouldn't live unless someone pops it in the Wayback Machine, which if you are able to do, I would gladly appreciate it, just in case Elevator tries to bomb my video with his dumb strikes like he does when people either troll or criticize him. Anyway, there have been a few videos on him, well, that are surviving, but the amount is lower than Elevator's neuron count because he strikes them to silence people. But from what can be pieced from the remaining ones, this dude has done really bad shit, involving getting his viewers to harass people he doesn't like, revealing people's personal info in his content, sending sexual messages to minors that made those kids uncomfortable, and in one occasion, sent a picture of his rear to a 9-year-old just because the kid threatened to unsub.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?!
Yeah, the first two were bad enough, but the last just goes to 11 and ices the cake. And what's worse is that the dude's more than 20 years old, which makes what he did illegal. Sending NSFW media to minors is illegal. This applies to anyone's nudes, and it's disgusting. Showing off your pussy, your dick, or tits and whatnot to minors is against the law if you are an adult. You sexted a minor, and it will land you a place in the slammer. Also, it makes sense you could lose a sub, but it's still able to regrow. So you didn't even need to send your pussy to the kid. Everyone has their ups and downs in terms of growth in YouTube, and you could have just ignored a kid, but no, you'd choose to send your ass because you're scared of losing just one sub. Just because you lose only one sub doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You still have some with you. But considering your actions, if any of your subs with neurons sees these videos and they know you only caused yourself to lose more due to your own actions. So pretty much, that's on you. As for any other actions Elevator has in response to people calling him out for the disgusting stuff, Elevator currently denies this shit and tries to play the victim considering he doesn't want to fall off. But considering he can barely rake views for a channel as thick as his, it's just gonna be really easy for him to fall off since most of his growth has just been from sub for sub, which I don't really have a problem with, but that was his primary source of growth. And the thing about sub for sub people is that they will not bother to watch your content. They're pretty much mostly going to be in it for just getting a sub. Sure, you can argue that some of them do watch the content, but it is so rare that you'd be more likely to find Bigfoot than find an S4S dude who watches your content. If you want to grow, do it by producing quality content rather than just relying on sub for sub 99.9% of the time. That way you can develop a hopefully stable community of your own and they'll bother watching your content. From what I have to say, the shit Elevator has done is heinous, but his handling of the drama is so stupid he may as well become a lolcow, and that seems to be a fitting fate if he's still online and still trying to dodge this shit, which he is very bad at doing since he fumbles quite a lot with his defenses. He can strike all the videos he wants to silence any critics and claim they're haters, but that won't be helping his case if more people dig into the issue more and see his atrocities, which makes him look worse and makes him fall off harder. Considering he likely won't be having much help given due to his incompetence with handling the drama, best he should just leave the internet, as a career as a content creator is going to be unlikely for him since he's still going to end up getting exposed by people. If he's just going to stay and try and defend himself with denying points rather than trying to prove them wrong and debunk them, he's just going to fall off harder and make himself look worse. If he can't prove the people wrong nor debunk their points, best he should just leave and never bother with them at all and seek help. Otherwise, he looks worse and can get cancelled further, especially being exposed for actions like sexting minors. This is all I have to say. These are just some highlights of the situation as well as some of my own thoughts on it. Just to clarify, I don't hate this guy, nor do I intend on harassing him. I just think he's bad at defending himself and debunking any points, and has been fixated so much on silencing his critics or trolls, which has been making him somewhat of a lolcow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more and follow my socials in the description so you can also reach out to me. I suggest Twitter and Discord the most since I'm active on both compared to every other platform I use except for YouTube, especially since I stan elongated tusk and have a meme addiction. Anyways, this is Midnight and like always I'll see you all next time.